All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and our home team. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Down, 60 Pittsburgh.
On first down, Lawrence. Open man is Ross, complete. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
61, matchbox, right.
They'll run it here. This is James White. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Lawrence. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
1st down, here's White. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Let's go. Let's get there. Shrikhan, 132 fighter. Now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. Has bred this big defensive tackle.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Here's Gordon. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Push him back. Push him back. White. Kill. Let him go.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Watch out.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, 5 on the 50.
Gordon. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Alert flare. Watch twist.
Winston now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. That's complete to White. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Bengals. 43 yards.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
On 1st down, Brooks. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 24-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pilot, 64, win.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And a dump off to White. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. We're scoreless after 1.
Yeah.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Ready?
The Charger drive about to get going. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Winston going underneath for Gordon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Winston. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Ready? Do it. I'm coming after you. Hey, stop. Let's go. Coming after you. Let's go.
1st down, Winston. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ready. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 43. Even. Check 3.
Running from the gun, Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Hey, let's get him some verses. Watch the
Throwing, Winston. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this 1st half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down.
Check. Crouch. Keep grip.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. It's complete. James White. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Set up. 60 outlaw.
Second and 1. This to Jarwin. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
First down, Cincinnati.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. He completes it to Tate. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Ready? 50 seconds. Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Forced out, and it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. He's got Allen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Gordon. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. Bang, 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 bang. Check three.
Here's Winston. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first carry for their fullback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Ready? Back, 25, behind. Good. Watch the twist, watch the twist. There we go.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
55. I got you, pump. He's crap. Flip it. Tight dog.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check three. Let me go.
Jameis to throw it. And this is complete. It's Allen. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Here we go, even. Kill.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready. Blue ready. Let's go, defense. Our time. Wait. Tighten up. Here we go.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Lawrence. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This is taken at the 3. And an alley to run. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the 3rd part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run on first down. White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lawrence going deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. From the gun, Lawrence. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, Winston. Caught by Allen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready, blue ready. 57's the mic. Come on, Sunday.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The first down throw for Winston. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready, black, what is that? Watch it back, watch it back. 5 on the 50.
On 1st down, Gordon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Flip it, flip it, flip it. Give me something. Here we go, here we go. Slam, slam, slam.
Play action now, Winston. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Badgley's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 50, check 50.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Set. 30 base. Blue draw Corford. Let's put that team on the clock.
On 2nd down, it's White. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Throwing again. Lawrence. He gets this one to Boyd. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Protein spill. Ready.
From the gun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go one more. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Switch.
Now Winston. And caught by Henry. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Ready? Do it. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Let's go.
Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, man.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10". Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
We go set 50, plant.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. Open man is Ross, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
A 1-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, a run from White. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
All day, dog.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Complete, it's Henry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Chargers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got the hook up to Dylan Cantrell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge.
Let's convert.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Showing up. Say, even. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Watch twist. Let's go.
Johnson. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ready?
Watch the out.
Throwing, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Winston. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ready? Hey, even. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Slam. Check. Left. Let's go.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bengals 16-yard line.
Ready. Blue lady. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, they scared. Let's go.
Winston now. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Winston. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Whip. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Lawrence. Got a man open. It's Ross. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 18. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
All day, every day. All day, every day.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. There defensively was Nasir Adderley making a nice play.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Important extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Here's Winston. Going right side here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Winston to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Winston now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now Winston. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Ready? Blue waiting. Watching your fire. Set the tone, defense. Let me go.
From the red zone now, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
55, Mike, 55.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
And the Bengals first down.
Hey, exit. Hey, check right 57.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play.